What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Daredonera, the gamer now. You know what I'm saying? We got rid of that long part, your average gamer dad. We're just going to do the gamer, this new branding, because that's what I am. I'm a gamer. I'm also a gaming dad, but I'm a gamer. So we're going to get into this, my very first how to play video. And we are going to go over how to play Kwang, my favorite main in predecessor right now. I mainly play him off lane. I know I can play him in the jungle. So we're going to go ahead and immediately start talking about how I build him and why it's successful and why I build certain items. And we can get you out there Kwanging like me. And I got Shinobi coming, so I'm going to try to tether him. And oh, he's lucky. That's our kill, because I don't know why he came back in. And we got I got Greystone, so I must have got Greystone with my RB. Light to the heaven. Usually that front person about to do that. Always look for your last hits. That's what you're looking for. Look, see, this is why you want to make sure you kill the minions, because the minions will help you out in getting the kill. People really disrespect the creeps. They really do. The minions and the creeps, people really disrespect them, thinking they don't do that much damage. Did y'all see? Let me get them combos and look at the minions. Look at the minions just taxing his ass. Yeah. Y'all see, he can't fight me anymore. So the first thing I always go into Obelisk Crest. I don't do any of the tanking ones because they don't really serve him well. And out of all these are pretty good. I'm not even gonna lie. Obelisk is good, Tempest is good, but the one I go with is Typhoon, because I like when my abilities are down. I like to be able to have that extra attack speed to secure my kills, to get my life steal off a life binder, and just extra damage on creeps. You know what I'm saying? You can't beat that. You know what I'm saying? Controlling lane is key. So I always go into Typhoon. So the very first item I build on Kwang, after I get my money, so I can build these items. All right, that should be enough. One more good hit. So the very first item I build on Kwang, always is Fire Blossom. One of the very first reasons why I build Fire Blossom is for the defense, physical defense, health, and mana. Kwang really suffers really bad with mana consumption, especially in the early game and just throughout the game, because he's a more so ability based hero in the game. So the second reason why I also build this item is because it does a tick per second while people are around you, heroes and creeps alike, and it gives me the opportunity to control lane and do damage on the creeps, so I can shore up my last hit. And if I'm destroying my creep lanes quicker than the other person, I can get basically the creeps to fight along my side, even though they're fighting for my side, against the hero in the lane, and basically force him to waste his abilities and waste his mana. So Fire Blossom is one of the reasons why I did. Now, the second item I build into is usually depends on if I'm going against a magical damage hero or a physical damage hero. If I'm going against a magical damage hero, or if I'm winning lane, if I'm going against a magical damage dealer, I will go straight into the second item being a magical defense item, which I love a couple of these. I love Vanguard for the team playing aspect of it, because you gain 30 physical damage. 30 physical armor, 30 magical armor on top for 4 seconds once you take damage from a god. So you're more tankier, and it refreshes every time a actual hero hits you. And you also give 10 physical armor and 10 magical armor to your allies. So it's a good team play item. So, if I'm trying to be nice, that's the item I'll go to play to be nice. Flux Mace is really good because it gives you also that extra health it gives you that ability haste that Kwang needs, and it gives you magical armor too. But the biggest thing is the unstable shackles, where you get the 10%. Let me take my face out the way. You get the extra 10% additional magical damage for people around you, and you get the 20% decreased tenacity. Now, tenacity, which I didn't understand what it was at first, what it does is basically makes your CCs last longer. So Kwang has a knock up. So with that knock up, basically it'll keep the knock up for a little bit longer. And that's a good item on them. I personally go Spellbreaker because, like, the reason why I go Spellbreaker is because it also gives you magical power. Because, you know, I like to do some damage. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, I'm a bruiser. I like to do some damage. It gives you magical armor, and it gives you that ability haste. But mainly the thing I get for it is Veil. Now, when you get this armor, you get Veil. While Veil is active, which is this bubble, while Veil is active, as you can see, I'm gonna move my face again. While Veil is active, you get increased magical power by 20%. So this is really good, especially early on in laning when you're just poking the minions, poking the hero you're going against, and even in early team fights, you can do that extra magical damage because you can throw your sword out and strike it with the thunderbolt on Kwang. I'm hoping everybody understands that much. If you come into a how to play Kwang video, you understand how his abilities work, or you played around with him a little bit. But I'll go over it a little bit towards the end of the build segment of this, so people can understand like a little bit. But there's going to be a gameplay version part of this too, where I'm going to go into showing you how the items work in the game instead of just showing you what I build and telling you just to have fun and build on your own. I'm gonna show you how it works and why it's good. So, like I was saying, you get the bubble. It blocks the next ability from the hero. I'm so used to wanting to say God because of smite, but it blocks the next abilities from hero. So that means any kind of knock up, any kind of like really strong ability damage or physical damage item, their ability is gone. So you already get a 1-up in the fight because one of their abilities are just going to go disappear. And that comes back every minute, every 60 seconds. So that's why I like to go Spellbreaker. A lot of people also go this. I don't get me wrong, it's a frontline item. I'm very bad with pronunciations, but it gives you 350 health, gives you that magical armor you need to be a bruiser, and it gives you 10 on your ability haste. And its passive, you gain more stacks of this every 0.5 seconds. So you gain more magical damage, and also it gives you more magical armor. No, magical, not bad. I said magical damage, magical armor, and movement speed. So the good thing about that is when somebody's doing like a mage is doing magical damage to you, you could run towards them faster. Because the best thing about doing with mages, they don't like to fight up close. So be able to move quicker up to them and getting that movement speed, or even just get out or dodge abilities, it's a good item. But like I told y'all personally, I like to go Spellbreaker. Flex Matrix is pretty good. Vanguard for team fights. And when I was early on, I used to get this for the bubble, but an ability haste and a little bit of magical power and extra health. And it does a shield that explodes and gives you magical damage for 50% of your magical health. Your health, I think. No, it does. When it explodes, it deals magical damage equal to 50% of the initial shield. So how much health you have, it does 50% of that as damage when you're in close. So that's good every once in a while, especially because it goes off when you cast your ultimate ability, which Kwang jumps into people, so that shield will go off. I personally don't use it myself. It just ain't what I want. So the next item, after me talking about the second item, third item I would go into, well, actually no, because it's still the second item, because I wouldn't go into this unless I'm going against a magical person. What I personally go into, and we'll do like a little bit of explanation, I go into Emma Frost. Now, if the person is doing physical damage to me, I'll do this. Or if I'm winning lane really well, I'll do this. Because it gives me more health, it gives me the ability haste, it gives me physical damage, some more physical damage. So basically, I'm really tanky against physical people at this time, which I like. But the main reason why I get this is because it restores 5% of missing mana every time Frost Blade actives. So, like I said, Kwang in the early game really loses a lot of magical mana. He loses a lot of mana because from his magical abilities. He goes through them. He's a magical ability based god, so he loses a lot of mana early on. And it empowers your next basic attack to do 40 magical damage and plus 35% physical damage, and it gives you some actual extra health, and it slows the target. So I like to chase people down. I ain't gonna lie to you. So that's what I get. I get Emma Frost. Then I would go into, like I said, my magical defense item, which would be Spell Break. So let's get on to our fourth item, and this all depends on how the team's going. Now we can get into doing some hurt to people, hurting people. Now there's 4 different items, I believe. I might be wrong. We'll look over them, but I think there's 4 items that I really personally like going into. The first one, I like Lifebringer. Lifebringer gives me a lot of ability haste, gives me extra health, and gives me magical power. I love having magical power. So this, I go into this if I feel like I need that extra sustain to fight. But me personally, like I told you, I like the hurt, I like the damage. I go into this. Now, I want to say it's Callista.
What did he say?
But I go into this because it gives you that 70 magical power, and it ignores 40% of magical armor. At this time in the fight, when you're building your 4th item, and sometimes I'll even build this on my 3rd item, because it gives you that 1% magical regain for maximum mana you have, and while you're below 50% mana, so you're gaining that magical, like I said, that magical mana regen. I keep saying magical mana regen, which Kwang needs. So sometimes I might build this 3rd because I want to do damage, and on top of that I want that mana regen. But mainly I did it for the 40% magical armor, because by this time tanks are a little bit tanky. I want to make sure when I'm in team fights, I'm doing some damage for my team on top of the physical and magical defense items that I have to be a bruiser for my team. But I also want to make sure I'm hurting, so I'm getting these kills. We're getting these unfair advantages for their team, basically one of them being down. So it might be a 3v3 when we first get there. I might kill somebody or get somebody low enough with the damage I'm doing, and now it's a 2v3. So I'll go this, and then easily after that I'll go into Lifebinder if I want to have that more sustain and be more of a bruiser and have that more ability haste towards the end of the game. It all depends on how the game's going. Or I'll go into World Breaker and go straight up all damage. Let's get people out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because it increases your magical damage by 3% for 5 seconds. I can stack up to 4 times. So we're talking what, 12, I believe? Yeah, 12% for 5 seconds. You gain health based on your magical power. So you even get even more health. So you're being more bruiser. So you can't go wrong with either Lifebinder or World Breaker. It all depends on how much damage you want to do. Or you can go full on tank and pick some more of those tank items I showed you on and be a full on bruiser tank. But I like to go this because I like to, mix and match and do what I need to do. And I also like to do Lifebinder because, like I told you, I get Typhoon early on. So that magical life steal that I get. Kwang also does magical damage on his auto attacks through his passive. So now, since I'm gonna I talked about his passive, we're gonna go into his abilities. Now, his passive, as you see, Strike of the Heavens. On doing damage to an enemy with an ability, you gain a stack of Energize for up to 4 seconds, and you can do that up to 3 times. Every time he hits with a basic attack, he does a lightning bolt for 48 magical damage to nearby enemies. So it's basically like a cleave. You around me, it basically does magical damage to you. So you're getting more life steal. So that's where Typhoon comes in and Lifebinder comes in. And also hitting a god with Kwang, you get your ability cooldowns by 1 second. So you need to be in the fight to get his abilities back online. And on top of that, that's why I don't go into too much haste, because you're getting seconds off every time you're hitting a hero. So you don't really need ability haste that much on them, but some people go really heavy ability haste on them. So how you want to build Kwang is you want to do Light of the Heavens. That's his RB on Xbox. I don't know what it is on PlayStation and PC, but on Xbox, it is Life of the Heavens is RB. The reason why you want to build this, when I first started playing Kwang, I did not build this first. That was a mistake. You need to build this first because, one, it gives you that shield, and it's the strongest ability damage. And when you combined it with Judgment of the Heavens, throwing your sword somewhere where it gives you that tether for 1.5 seconds, you press RB, it shoots that lightning bolt there to the sword location, and you get your poke. So that's how you get your ability mana, health, and that's how you get your whatchamacallit, the I'm gonna say Emma Frost on too. Doing ability damage, and you can go in there, do the third ability, which is Surge of the Heavens, get that knock up, and get your what am I thinking of? Get your Emma Frost activating, or your Oath Keeper if you want to go into that too. I didn't mention that too much. Let me show y'all what Oath Keeper does. It's a good item to build with Emma Frost because it also gives your next basic attack that 50% magical damage on hit effect, and it gives you ability hit. So you can also build into that too, depending on how you want to build. If you want to do more damage, you can go into Oath Keeper. But the combo is easily RB. What you want to do, you want to throw your sword, you want to do the Surge of the Heavens, knock them up, hit RB, the strike while you call your sword back to get that shield, and then basically run them down. And I'll show you more of that in the gameplay aspect of laning offense. Did y'all see? Let me get them combos and look at the minions. Look at the minions just taxing his ass. Yeah. Y'all see, he can't fight me anymore. So hopefully I wasn't too jumbled and making this horrible or talking too fast. Pause it to read some of the item descriptions if I feel like I didn't explain them correctly. But now we're going to get into the gameplay aspect where I can show y'all more so and walk y'all down step by step while I do things and how I'm winning lane all the time, depending on my team, my teammates. You know how teammates are in Predecessor and Smite and all kind of games like this in League of Legends. They can let you down sometimes. So let's jump right into that part. All right, y'all. YouTube, we got our off lane. We're going to lock it in.
I cleared the way.
And we'll see you in game. I'm going to bore y'all with the whole who we're picking, who they're picking, who we're picking. I won't bore you with all that. I got my friend. I got to mute him because, his TV's a little loud sometimes. Need to get him a headset. That's what I need to do. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? Maybe after my birthday. Like I said, we won't bore you with this stuff. We'll get right into when we get the game and start building our first item.
The battle begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hold up, but uninstall life is crazy work. All right, like I was telling y'all in the build portion of the video, I'm going to Typhoon. Sorry. And like I said, first item I always get, no matter who I'm going against, I always go into Fire Blossom. Now, like I told you, I love getting mana on them, but I get health just in case, depending on who I'm fighting. But sometimes I'll go get mana first time. Sometimes I'll get health, but most of the time I don't really trying to use my abilities. I just be trying to get my last hits, so I don't really be using my abilities. I mean, I do them to start to kill the back lane quicker, but for the most part, it's really just health or mana. You can't go wrong with either or. Now the first ability I get, like I told y'all, will be Light to the Heavens for the shield and the little small AoE damage you do around you to clear out minions, and mostly for that shield. And it's his strongest ability and consistent confirmed damage you'll do on a character or hero, whoever you like to say it. I'm just trying to keep myself from saying God. Zorus is okay. He's not the one that does all that bleed damage, so this should be a lane win for me. I'm gonna explain why I win lane a lot of times with Kwang. As like I said, I go straight to the back because they do more damage. They have less armor. Do my RB. Usually the one up front, especially when I have my Fire Blossom, will be ready to die, and I'll get the last hit on him. See, as you see, clear lane off so much quicker than him. Now the minions will turn on him, and I can just start getting into attacking him while my minions are up. So he's already starting to lose lane. The lane's already backed up down there. I'll let him collect his creeps. I'll repeat the same thing. Boom, hit the back ones.
Your skill rises.
Come and get that front one. And finish, go to the back, get the last one, then go to the front and get the front ones again. Oh, I missed it. So they tried to already try to gank me because this man's losing lane. The second ability I always get is I get my sword, the one where I can throw it, which is called. Let me see where my abilities are a second. Which is called Judgment of the Heavens. So you get your little two-step combo, so you don't have to be up close. Because they're going to try to. He's going to lose lane, so he's going to try to help his teammate out a lot. We'll see if my jungler comes over. But getting RB and LB, or those two abilities together, gives me my ability to poke. He's trying to hit me with that stun. He's pretty good, I can't lie. But he got a lot of help. His jungler came over, so. And I also first level up RB, which is Judgment of the Heavens. Oh, that was my fault. That was my fault. I did some dumb shit. RB wasn't down. But that's okay. We're going to get physical armor because this dude definitely does some physical armor stuff. I really should have went with my mana so I could hurry up and get the first little on-hit ability. But I just want the armor because apparently, you know, Greystone going to keep coming over here and attacking me. And I don't know what my jungler's doing at the moment. And since we already died once, we're going to have to play a little back a little bit. It's going to be a little bit slow, but you can see where he can't lane with me. He was eventually, if his jungler didn't come over, he was going to lose lane.
Right there.
Like I said, I always have the back creeps first because you can kill them quicker. And usually there's a front one that's usually ready to go. Then I go back to the back. Now my fourth ability. Oh shoot! This is where normally I would get my dash, get my full kit online, but I accidentally messed up and got my Judgments of Heavens. Just doing a little poke, nothing too major. So I could go in and start messing with him, but since his jungler is going to help him out a lot, I'll sit back. But as you see, my method is winning the lane because my lane's already pushed up there. He only got that kill because of his jungler, and I was being stupid. Keep the same process. Usually at the beginning, I don't really get too aggressive. I try to wait for me to, you know, clear creeps and have the creeps basically beat him up. And make sure I get my dash this time. Oh, he wants to die. Yeah, I'm not gonna let you kill me.
I will only rest a moment.
I've been letting him push me, bully me a little bit. We got somebody who actually knows how to play. Ooh, nice one. Nice one. All right, all right. I did not mean to do that one. Undo. Get my mana. But as you see, I'm winning. I'm not winning lane at the moment, but you can see definitely how I could definitely easily have took over lane. You know what I'm saying? He had his little jungle and he's getting me with stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to explain how to play also while, you know, playing.
Allied tower.
But hey, not everything's gonna go your way. So it's good to show the losses with the wins too. He can have his 2 kills because you'll see how I'll start coming back once I start getting my kit online.
Your skill rises.
Right there.
Yeah, y'all see that now. You know what I'm saying? He had his fun. I wouldn't be surprised if his jungler starts to come over pretty soon. Oh,
Run. You cannot break me.
yeah, y'all seen that. You lucky my dash was down. I was out of mana. But as y'all seeing, and I do have the ability to poke him if he wants to be done the same way he got me back with that slash. But I'm low on mana, so we're just gonna go over here and get the side creep. Yeah, because he can't challenge me to get this extra XP. Then we're gonna go back right with him.
Grabbing some supplies.
So now we can get the brimstone, which will give us a 12 damage tick around monsters and do increase a 50% increased damage to monsters and 12 damage to heroes. So now this is going to become like a little bit harder to land against me, and we'll get the extra more physical armor too. So he'll start doing less damage to me, and I can be more of a bully in lane. Trust me, I don't like that I'm doing this little showing y'all how to play Kwang, and he already got me down 2 kills. That second one was my fault. I shouldn't have been playing that close to the tower. Should have been playing more under the tower at that point.
Caught you.
Your power grows.
Always make sure y'all hitting the back lane minions and last hitting. Do not waste mana on abilities for no reason. Cause it's no point, because you never know if he's gonna have somebody come help him, and you win all your abilities and all your mana up.
I feel the heaven's fury.
Now, once I get my LB up, I can LB and ult to him, and maybe get him tethered. But he's playing smart. I think he knows my ult's up, and I got Shinobi coming, so I'm gonna try to tether him. And oh, he's lucky. That's our kill, because I don't know why he came back in. And we got I got Greystone, so I must have got Greystone with my RB with the Judgment of the Light of the Heavens. And Judgment of the Heavens is throwing my sword. Okay, so Judgment is when you throw it. Lights is when you get your shield. So sorry if I'm butchering it too much for y'all for the tutorial. But Light of the Heavens, you always want to use that on the back camps, the back of the wave. They usually take more damage because they have less protection. You always want to hit them with Light of the Heavens. And then Judgment of the Heavens, you want to use that as like getting that tether and getting your rush of the Surge of the Heavens to get that knockup. But as y'all see, he had 2 whole kills on me. He was definitely winning lane. And now that I'm starting to get my stuff together, you see I'm up a level on him. And I'm doing more damage, and he can't outlane me. So now that I have Fire Blossom on, it's really going to even be more harder for him to win.
An enemy tower is under attack.
And I could have got both of those kills if I would have ulted a lot sooner. Or, well, if Zarus wouldn't have did his blink, he definitely would have been dead. I probably would have got both of them.
Killing spree.
Judgment.
Enemy tower under attack.
See, I don't worry about him too much. Because I'm worried about getting my money. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the paper and the moolah. Right to the back. Right to the heaven. Usually that front person about to do that. Always look for your last hits. That's what you're looking for. Look, see, this is why you want to make sure you kill the minions, because the minions will help you out in getting the kill. People really disrespect the creeps. They really do. The minions and the creeps, people really disrespect them, thinking they don't do that much damage. And they really do. So now he's lost 2 kills, two kills to me, mostly because of the creeps and poor play and poor plan, thinking that I'm not tanky as I am. And he probably took a lot of unnecessary damage from Fire Blossom too.
Enemy towers destroyed.
I will return soon.
Go back. So at this point, since I know he's physical, we're gonna go straight into Elefrost, like I told y'all. And with Elefrost, I'll get this ability haste one because I got enough money for it. If not, I would have went physical.
Tower under attack.
I'm gonna go physical and the on-hit ability. Now I'm actually gonna go help my team since I'm winning lane a little bit, and I see they need some help. Greystone's been doing a lot of dumb stuff. We'll see if we get over here quick enough. And still. Lucky. And sometimes you gotta help your lane out. Let me go back to my lane so I don't lose lane. Yeah, I know.
An allied tower is destroyed.
I ain't gonna lie. I was definitely trying to get a kill out of there, but this makes it more dangerous for him to push up. So yeah, you don't want this to happen, but
There's a storm brewing.
now I can farm in peace. Because him coming into lane would be stupid if he came down this far, since he already can't 1v1 me.
Unreal.
And Greystone is swollen for them.
Caught you.
Missed my tether. Did y'all see?
Cannot run.
But look at the minions. Look at the minions just taxing his ass.
Judgment.
Killing
Yeah.
spree.
Y'all see, he can't fight me anymore. Like, even though he had the early lane advantage by me messing up, as y'all seeing now, you know, with how much I play Kwang and the combo I do, you always want to try to get tether off or have your shield up. Because with the tether and then you doing the Surge of the Heavens, you get that knock up. And into that knock up, you can get your ultimate ability, which does buku damage. Or if you want to throw your Judgment of the Heavens and then use your ultimate ability to fly to your sword, it also, I believe, it doesn't give you the knock up yet, but you get all that damage. And then since they're tethered, if they're still there, you can then do your dash and then get the knock up. And then by that time, you'll have your sword back. You can put your Light of the Heavens and get your damage down on them and get that shield. So that's basically the combo you want to do. You want to LB, ult, surge, left trigger, then grab your sword and RB, and then chase them down. And that's where Typhoon comes into play.
Right there.
See how quickly I kill the minions? No, my minions are working for me.
I feel
He
the
tried me.
heaven's fury.
Enemy tower under siege. Enemy towers.
Now, see, this is dangerous for him because my jungler really should come up and be able to get on top of him. No diddy. But get on top of him and take him out because he's way too pushed up.
An enemy tower is under
And I need to
attack.
go buy items because I have a lot of money on my hands. But we're winning this game. My team's pretty much doing what they need to do.
Grabbing some supplies.
Need to tell my team. Oh, we get Typhoon. We got Emma Frost on.
Enemy tower under attack.
And this is where, you know what, like I said, I'm winning, so I'm going to go right into my magical power. And since we're going against him, I'm going to get Life Binder. even though I called it life something else in the other game, but just so I can have that extra sustain when fighting him. And then I probably will go World Breaker because, you know, my team's winning, so I don't have to be as tanky. So I won't get, what is it, Spell Breaker. I could get Spell Breaker too, just to make me a little bit more tankier, but nah, he's pretty much afraid of me. Him 1v1ing me is not a smart idea for him. You also always want to be aware of your surrounding. I try to get him with that tether. Let's see how my minion look. Oh wow, all three of them came? That's crazy. That's crazy. It took 3 of them to come to my lane. Look at, I'm not even like on top of my lane like that, and they're already afraid of me coming after me. But that's okay. So we're gonna get this magical life still. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're worried about little old me. Little old me. Took 3 of them, and he was gonna die to me. Greystone was definitely gonna die to me, as y'all seen. And Zargus was not going to come help unless that other person came.
Be right back.
And you also want to be Warden too, which I'm not doing because I'm being overly arrogant and thinking I'm going to win this lane, which I have basically been doing after I even gifted him 2 extra kills. Shinobi's been kind of letting me down lately. Not coming to my lane as often as she needs to be, but I'm about to come help her out, even though she didn't help me out. Oh, I can't get in there. Oh, I can't get in there, but she handled it. Lucky. But she handled it. Got him with that tether, you know what I'm saying? Got my little assist going. And notice that's probably my first assist. So most of my kills have just been straight up me.
Your skill rises.
But as y'all see, I'm too much of a lane bully. Like I said, always go to the ones in the back. Even when you got all that damage. Because they just die quicker. And easier to get your last hit. Always remember that one straggler in the front is always gonna be dying before the other 2. So always make sure you get back in the front quick enough and not be me to get your money, because you know money is really important in this game. Last hitting minions is where you get all your money. You get experience regardless. Since my lane's pushed up and I see they're all the way left, I would sometimes go all the way over there, but and help him out and help my team out, try to get another kill and get online more, but there's no point. Now I got my minions fighting with me. I'll beat his ass. You see, I was out planning. Y'all seen I was out planning. Yeah, he got lucky with that. He had that little bring himself back to life shit. If he ain't had that online, he would have been dead, as y'all see. And then started to outplay. That's why I want to get my life bringer. What is this? Yeah, life binder online. Get that extra magical haste and magical lifesteal. And you always want to make sure you're also hitting your Kwang auto attacks to get your shield back quicker and your tether back quicker. You know, Judgment of the Heavens, Surge of the Heavens, and Judgment of the Heavens. I think that's all of them. What? Surge of the Heavens, Judgment of the Heavens, and Light of the Heavens. But as y'all see, he can't tussle with me.
Under siege.
But Light of the Heavens is what you want to really be
the heavens' fury.
looking at all the time. Every time that's up, you need to be cranking that out to get your shield. But as y'all seen, and he had the help of his minions a little bit too. Sorry for the buzzing in the back. I currently live in an apartment building. Nothing I can do about that one.
Your power grows. An enemy has fallen.
But as y'all seen, fighting me is not what he wants to do with his life. Stunning all.
Enemy towers destroyed.
Let me go over here. Oh, it ain't up. Stuck in
Enemy
a couple
towers
seconds.
destroyed.
He might try to come over here and defend it, or he might not. There's another thing about offlane that I don't like sometimes. I don't like the fact that, like,
Right there.
Shinobi's gonna come.
Enemy has legendary.
I was about to say, Shinobi better get that kill.
Caught you.
Look, so y'all seen just 2 back-to-back encounters. He could not fight with me.
Your skill
He blinked and then he
rises.
had to use an active to get out of death. And almost tried to fight me again and almost lost with the active up.
Towers under attack.
So I told y'all this build is really good. You can definitely move it around. You see my Typhoon going off, getting me extra attack speed, which also leads to me my passive going off and making my abilities come back quicker. That was another thing I didn't say in the item part. That's another thing why I like Typhoon. Because with more attack speed, I get my abilities come back quicker. And if I get my abilities come back quicker, I keep getting my shield back.
Right there.
And my combo back online. He's gonna get this because I'm low health. My shield didn't come back quick enough, but and Typhoon also gives you a dash when you get 4 stacks of it. But now that I have my life binder up, I'm gonna have more ability haste for every health I have. I gain 0.5 health, and I gain 2 additional percent ability haste for every 2% magical haste for my magical power. So the more magical power I get online, and you already know when I'm about to go next. The mage ain't really going off, so I'm not gonna get spell break, but I might get spell break anyway, just for that increased magical power. But I could go into her more hurt, because I'm not getting really killed quickly, so I'll probably go into magical power. Just because I want to hurt more. I want to do more ouchie. Do more ouchie. So y'all seen. I got 5 deaths, but most of it because the first one he got me outplayed me. The second one I was being stupid. And then after that I've been jumped the entire time. And all my kills on him have been straight up solos. All my kills have been straight up solos for the most part. And I know Shinobi Dad came over that one time to help me, but I could have 2v1'd them. Zaris was running. And he was gonna let Greystone get killed, which Greystone ended up getting killed by me. And then she finished off Zaris, Shinobi or whatever her name, finished off Zaris.
Legendary.
If that's how you pronounce his name, I might be butchering it, but
Caught you.
the only person I need to know is Kwang. The only person you need to know is me. And you lot, nobody's bitch. You will be mine. Yeah, at this point, nobody wants to see me. Since I'm solo lane, I'm probably one of the highest level characters or heroes. Not to mention I have some physical and magical armor so I can tank. And now that I'm working on Life Bender, I'm getting some magical damage. So now I'm gonna hurt even more. And since I'm building that magical pen item next, nobody's even gonna want to touch me. Nobody's gonna want to see me. Nobody's gonna want me to nothing. He's lucky because I am gonna blink on him as soon. Oh no, they got him. I don't even need to. Yeah, I'm not who you wanna deal with, bro. You already know. I'm definitely not who you wanna talk to. Ooh. Bring yourself back to life so I can beat you to death. Ah, stole my kill. Yeah, we kind of beat them to death. There was nothing. But as y'all see, you know what I'm saying? I'm a complete menace to society at this point. You know what I'm saying? Too tanky, too much electricity. Nobody wants to mess with human riotry. You know? Beat you to death, beat you down. We'll see how much damage I did, and we'll get out of here. You know what I'm saying? That's how you play Kwang. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get a lot of kills that I wanted to. You know, got jumped pretty much early on. But at least one of those deaths, I shouldn't have died. I was just being bull crappy because I was, you know, explaining y'all how to play Kwang. But that's how you Kwang. And, you know, you refine it and get better and, you know, pay more attention than what I was doing because, you know, I was trying to teach y'all how to play. So I wasn't paying attention. I was making sure that I was teaching y'all as I was playing, which is hard to do. We'll see how much damage I did. You know what I'm saying? 20,000. You know what I'm saying? Solid. Could have had more, you know what I'm saying, if I got more involved in team fights. But pretty much out-damaged their entire team, except for Zars, who was fighting me. But I think he got involved in some team fights. And you'll see. Largest kill, 3. You know what I'm saying? That's how you play Kwang. And if you have any comments or questions or wants to talk to me, hit me in the comment section down below. And I'll talk back to y'all. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, relate tips and back and forth. But peace.